Well, to B9BS. We're a little angry today. A little bit. Jim, what's up, baby?
You're definitely
We're a
angry
little
and
pissed off today. I'm
possibly half in the
pissed.
bag
I'm
too.
pissed. I'm pissed. I'm
We
pissed
you should
for
be pissed. We all should
the
be pissed.
careers of these guys. Nobody's complaining. Nobody understands that this is like screwing with these guys' careers. Chasing Velo, max spin, all this shit, and then you give him 18 seconds? Come on.
Yeah, it's not great, and it's honestly like it's ruining the experience for fans too. And
Yeah.
you know, think about the list of pitchers that's on the IL right now. You got the two best pitchers in all of baseball, Strider and
Yeah,
Cole.
Spencer
I
Strider.
mean,
Yeah, luckily Cole knows his own body enough where he caught it before because they wouldn't have
he's
caught
gonna
it.
have TJ.
He, I don't
He's
think
gonna
he
have
is.
TJ.
I don't think he is. No, I don't think he
He
is.
100%
There's
is
no
gonna have TJ.
care.
This stuff
I
always
don't.
ends in we're gonna have TJ.
Yeah.
If it's not torn now, it'll be torn in 3 months when he comes back and tears it. That's the
All
way.
right,
That's the way it works. And honestly, Max Fried's on the way out too. Yeah, you're freezing up a little bit over there.
Really? I look good.
Uh,
No, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Am I freezing? Just
yeah, you're freezing up a little bit. You look good though.
uh,
Don't worry.
oh, thanks. I know I'm a sexy bastard. Here's the thing. I may have said fuck you pitch clock. I'm tired of it. I don't like it. I don't because I don't. And look at
There's no
what's
reason to
happening.
like
You're
it.
seeing
It hasn't done
less
anything to add to
baseball's
the game of
good.
baseball.
Less baseball's good.
Yeah, it's made the game
You
11
go
minutes
to
shorter.
yeah. And it's so you
11
go to
minutes.
the yard, right? You go to the yard, and all of a sudden you're there for less time. Really?
Yeah,
Does anyone
does
want
that
that?
sound great to? Who does that sound great to? So
These
I know
douchebags that are yelling at me. That's who.
Yeah, I mean they're idiots and they're not baseball fans. That's the thing is the people that are
Yeah.
actually like the proponents of the pitch clock don't like baseball, and and the rule for some
You're right.
reason was put in place to appease these idiots and not the people that actually
You're
watch
right.
the games.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's not great. So we've got Cole, Strider,
Yeah.
Giolito,
Oh,
this
yeah.
Scalfani, and then you've got
Look, don't forget fucking Sandy Alcantara down.
Alcantara,
These
Yuri
guys.
Perez, Luzardo's on his way, and then like three of them in
Studs.
Texas. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all the best all stars in baseball. They're all down. They're all hurt. And
The best pitchers in baseball not pitching. But that's cool.
I'm sorry.
No, the pitch clock's great. I
Oh
said
yeah,
the best pitchers in baseball are not pitching. But
yeah.
that's cool because you get home and have
The game's better because it's 11 minutes shorter.
the fuck out of here. Sorry, get the fuck out of here. It's annoying to me.
It's
Sorry,
nonsense.
it is.
And the
Garbage.
people that have like
Garbage.
yeah, the people that have like even like accepted the fact that the pitch clock might be a good thing. Like I saw Lou Merloni, who his takes I usually respect, but he went.
Lou's good. Lou's good.
Yeah, he's great, but he was saying today, well, back in the day they didn't need a pitch clock. The pitcher caught the ball and threw the ball within 10 to 15 seconds because he wanted to work quickly, and that's true. They did work quicker, but if they needed to take a walk around the mounds just to like take a break, they could. They weren't being forced to throw a pitch when they thought that maybe they just needed to shake off the last pitch a little bit. And now these guys have no time to think. It's very manic, and it's definitely leading to injuries because I think guys just need occasionally need to step up. Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's what everybody's like right now. Jim, I am, as we speak, I am getting crucified on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I am getting crucified by these nerds. They're saying, it's the best thing to happen to baseball in years. How?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, they're
professional.
professional.
Baseball is fucking annoying. And here's the thing. I mean, look, if you're chasing velo and you're chasing spin, right? And that's basically what pitching is now. right? I mean,
Yeah, essentially. I mean,
your guys did pitching ninja, so God bless you. Good luck with that. And two of your guys went down immediately.
3.
Three now?
Yeah. Who else just went down? So we've got Giolito's down. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, my
There's definitely 3 in the system that are down. I'm drawing a blank. I wasn't really prepared to hop on and do a podcast tonight, so I didn't do any research.
I wasn't planning on it either. It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, so we've got Kyle Bodie on staff now in Boston, and that guy. Yeah, but so his whole thing, I think, when he started was let's optimize mechanics because I'm like this genius kinesiology guy and biomechanics guy. But for some reason,
he's a lawyer, Jim.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he knows nothing about baseball.
Guy knows nothing about fuck pitching, by the way.
Nothing.
Sorry,
nothing at all.
It's true. You know nothing about pitching. You're ruining the game. Sorry.
Yep. But the problem is that the people in the front office, like John Henry, obviously, are buying into his nonsense because he sounds like a smart guy. Whereas I would rather listen to, I'd rather listen to like psychopath Bill Pulsifer talk to me about pitching than some fucking scientist. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like he knows more about pitching because he's a fucking pitcher. It doesn't matter if he's got a PhD or he's read every kinesiology book going. He's a fucking pitcher and he knows how the body works and how pitching works and how to avoid injury and how to stay strong. Kyle Bodie doesn't know that shit. He's never pitched. He's a fucking blob. So am I.
He makes really cool fucking.
Yeah, social media is great. On Twitter. Yeah, social media is great. I want to watch.
These are the guys running fucking baseball, and you don't see that pitchers, like frontline guys, are going down. They're dropping
left and
like
right.
Fucking flies. People don't see this as a correlation. This fucking guy, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm very angry.
I can tell, and I'm angry too.
Really pissed about this.
Strider's my guy.
You guys, I'm pissed for Braves fans. I'm pissed for fucking Sox fans. I'm pissed. This is bullshit.
It's not great.
It's bullshit.
It really truly is. And
give my stomach attack.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you need to slow down, buddy. You're gonna have a coronary over there.
I'm a little pissed off. Jim.
Yeah, so you need a little bourbon. There you go.
I don't have any. I ordered beer. It's gonna come while it's coming. But you have bourbon? Nice. Watch.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. You can have beer ordered there. We can't do that here.
I live in a desert, bro. Of course, it's like you just ask it. And,
that's awesome.
Shows up, and they're probably tripping on mushrooms, and it's cool. It's like the ghost of Jim Morrison and shit. But whatever. It's cool. Anyway, my point is this. I made a little tweet earlier today saying, the fucking pitch clock was a massive failure. It was. That's what
it is. It is a massive failure, but
I'm getting skewered. I'm getting like mouth fucked and ass fucked. I'm getting both.
I just went through and read some of them. It's the people are idiots. But they're not baseball.
See what some of these people are saying? No, some of them, and then some are like, oh, it's the Chase Avila. I know, I get that. That's my point. The point is, you have a guy chase a velo and you're going out and you're fucking this every day, and then all of a sudden, you have 12 seconds to try and recover. Somebody actually said on there, which I thought was funny, oh, you don't need recovery time between pitches.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, well, he's never touched a baseball in his life, and that's part of the problem. The people making these calls never touched a baseball in their life. Chris, I'm not a pitcher, and I've never been a pitcher, but I pretend
you're a catcher. I mean, we're both catchers. So, but
I pretend to be a pitcher in my 38 plus baseball league, and last night at my 21 plus practice,
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, so last night I actually threw a bullpen.
21U.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing 21. 21 plus. I'm playing.
I know.
So
21U sounded stupid.
Yes, it does sound stupid. I threw a bullpen. I threw probably
For
200
people
pitches last
watching this,
night.
by the way.
Oh, who's this? Who's commenting here? Pitch clock sucks. Bigger bases suck.
Where are you even? Oh, comments.
We got comments coming in. This
Pitch
Douglas
clock
Barnes
sucks.
guy.
Bigger bases suck. Ghost runners suck. Manfred sucks. You're goddamn right. And by the way,
yes, Douglas Barnes gets a hat tip to Douglas Barnes. He knows his shit.
It's true. He's right. He's right. He's absolutely right. And I also, by the way, all 9 of those Manfred suck shirts were the only people who do. So just saying. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, buy Manfred suck.
By the way.
So I threw about 200 pitches last night between bullpen and then we thought it'd be fun if my kids stepped in and hit off me live. So I threw about 200 pitches. Okay. I couldn't pick up my fucking arm this morning. Like legitimately, I fell asleep with an ice pack on it and 3 600 milligram ibuprofens, nice. And I couldn't pick up my arm this morning. Imagine what these pitchers are going through every day with, and then not doing arm care like they used to. They're not doing long toss in between. They're not even doing necessarily they used to do like full speed bullpens. Like after 3 days of rest, they do like a full velocity bullpen. I don't think they do that anymore either. It's all about these stupid drills and heavy balls and
what are
gadgets.
These drills though? Yes, weighted balls and all this bullshit.
Yeah. Frito just posted hey, can we get Frito to hop in by any chance?
Yeah, call him.
Yeah, I'll shoot him.
Oh, Doug, what your spin rate was? I'm gonna go with 32.
My spin rate? Yeah, it was.
I'm just going with 32.
Almost
He's
a knuckleballer.
Come on.
It was almost a knuckleball. It was so slow. But that wasn't the point. The point was that my arm hurts and I can't imagine.
Yeah, is Frito around? Yeah, let's get him.
So Greg Olson wants to hop in.
Yes, get him in.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me I just don't want to. This is boring if people are watching this right now and I'm fucking text messaging people.
No, I am too. Wait, when do we start? We're on, Will. Will Orman's gonna come. We have pitchers that are gonna agree with us on this. This is gonna turn into like 10 pitchers in medium. I know that's exactly what's.
That's fine, and you know what? They're smarter than us, so let them hop in and they can. Sparn just asked what my spin rate was. Yeah, no, my spin rate, Doug, is
I know.
It's not great.
32. Come on, I was nice.
Yeah.
I was nice about that.
Doug, I'm 46. I'm playing baseball with 21-year-old kids, and I throw.
Is Fry coming on or no? Who's coming?
I'm trying to get a hold of him right now. Hold on. This show sucks right now. Watching this.
Pulse is coming. So there's
good.
So you're gonna get your wish of Billy Pulse. Will Orman's gonna come on. Olsen's coming on.
Yeah, I just sent him the link.
Trying to get him on a gut. Oh, god damn it! I've been trying to get him on a goddamn show for a long time, and now he's gonna come on this. All right, thanks, Greg. Where is he? Greg with 2 G's.
Yeah, he said what time? Text me, and I'm trying to text him, but
send it to him.
I sent him the link already.
You got him the link? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Copy message.
All right. So Olsen's coming on. Pulsifer, Will Orman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is B9BS, and this is the first one we're ever doing of this. And I have a feeling this is going to happen a lot more. You're about to get some good pitching knowledge.
Yeah.
From people.
Bunch of...
Right, so we got Olsen, Omen, Pulsifer, possibly Fry.
Possibly. I just texted him.
Should I go pee? I'm gonna go pee. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Rooney. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Rooney is with you. Just start talking. Yeah, no, start talking. I gotta go take a whiz. I'll be right back. I didn't realize this was gonna happen. I didn't realize everybody was like, "All right, fuck it, let's talk."
Yeah, no, neither did I. Let me.
Baseball. All right, B9BS, baby. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, this is exciting shit here. Me, all by myself. I am not a radio host that is capable of vamping while this guy goes and drains his micro penis. Yeah, you heard that?
All right, so Olsen's coming on. Pulsifer, possibly Fry. Should I go pee? I'm gonna go pee. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Rooney is with you. Just start talking. Yeah, no, talk talking. I gotta go take a whiz. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. So this is fun. Hi, Doug. I'm glad you're watching. I don't know who else is. Um, we're trying to get a bunch of MLB guys on here to talk with us. I just sent a message to Greg Olson. I'm hoping he hops in, and maybe Jeff Fry. And I think Chris already got Will Oman and Bill Pulsifer, plus my partner in crime, Derek January, who is a pitcher himself, although never made it to the show. He's a two-time draftee left-handed pitcher. So we're gonna have a lot of pitching knowledge here in a little bit. Not really sure why Chris thought it was okay to get up and take a piss in the middle of it, but I guess if you got to go, you got to go. Just talking about all the injuries today. Obviously, Spencer Strider going down is a big deal. He's my favorite pitcher in MLB, and I put $100 on him to win the Cy Young, so that kind of sucks. Not great. So I'm going to lose that $100. I might as well lit on fire. The Braves, fortunately, I think will be. Oh, here comes Chris. That's good. I think the Braves are actually well positioned. No problem. I'm talking about the Braves for a minute here. I'm trying to fucking vamp like a professional.
You did good. You did good. No. You were good.
Did you hear me call it your micro penis?
Yeah, I didn't like that part. I was literally in the bathroom and I'm taking a whiz and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh
fair enough.
Little Elvis. Oh, poor little Elvis. Oh, and then I was like, and I was like, please stay strong. Anyway, where'd everybody go? I heard somebody come in and would they leave already?
No one came in.
Who's this? I'll be there shortly. I'm around. Come in when you can. Rocco might pop in too. He's pissed.
Yeah, I saw Rocco going off. I've never met Rocco.
Yeah, well, because it's angry. Because we're angry. I've known Rocco. Rocco and I played. Rocco was the pitcher. I was the catcher for our Little League champion team in 1986. I've known him that long.
Jesus Christ.
So he and
Wait, how old are you?
Forever, brother. I'll be 50 next week, and we're going to New York, and we're gonna get a suite at Yankee Stadium because I'm old.
Oh, that's awesome. I thought. Sorry, I forgot you were 50. You're a couple of years older than me.
I'm 49 still, so don't fuck with me yet, Jim. Jesus, come on. In the immortal words of Mickey Mantle, if I knew I was gonna live this long, I would have taken better care of myself, you know. But you just do what you do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have 34 of you weirdos watching this instead of watching the Yankee game.
The Yankees getting their dicks kicked in already?
Yeah, they're winning 6-2.
Are they really? I saw the first. Did you see Max Fried allowed 6 runs in the first inning tonight?
Yeah, I did, and
he's hurt.
Will probably explode too.
Yep. So well, it already has once.
This is what I will get into about this. This is what I want to get into. All you guys, Doug Barnes, what are you talking about? Micro penis plays catcher. Yes. That's why I had a really small cup, Doug.
Yes, facts. I just ordered a new cup today, actually, because I can't find mine anywhere.
It was like this.
Yeah,
dude, I got medium. A cup from I got a cup a medium. I got a cup from David Wells. I have David Wells' cup at the garage.
That's disgusting. What the fuck you want David Wells' cup for?
Well, because I'm an ass.
That's fucking weird. That's like the weirdest. I have David. Did he sign it?
He's like, I hope this protects you from COVID, David Wells.
Oh my god, that's great. That's actually really funny.
I know. It's awesome. I know because I'm an idiot. I collect weird, dumb shit. I do.
Yeah, apparently.
So, yeah, I know. All right. So, where's Derek? Is Derek doing something nice? Like, what's he doing?
Derek said, I might not make it on. And Greg just...
that's not nice.
Greg just said, how long are you on?
Whatever. Greg, come on for 10 minutes. Tell Greg 10 minutes. Tell him it's me. Tell him it's Chris Vitale. He's been emailing me for fucking months. Just get here for 10 minutes. Tell him it's Vitale. Jesus Christ. Fucking Olson. 12-6 curveball I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah, he had a dirty curveball.
Dude, fucking filthy. I mean, I was talking to what's his name? Jeff Nelson, who had one of the dirtiest sliders I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Nelson, and he's talking about, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Man, I wish I threw a curve like Greg Olson, and like that 12-6." Just
Greg will be on in 5 minutes. He's gonna hop in.
Or is he coming?
Yeah. So these poor bastards watching only have to bear with us for 5 minutes to hear something interesting.
All 34 of you weirdos watching are now going to get stuck listening to a bunch of major league pitchers scream about how I am correct and the pitch clock is a piece of shit. Sorry, it's just happening.
Oh God, let me
Look. I know somebody's here. I know more than you. Who's that?
Christ only knows.
Who's Ron Swanson?
I'm Ron Swanson.
Now, all the bacon.
I think you misunderstood.
Is that Will Oman?
I think you misunderstood me when I said I want all the bacon, all the eggs and bacon. I think what you thought I said was I want a lot of eggs and bacon. When in fact I said I want all the eggs and bacon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Will Oman is here.
Oh, Will Oman. Okay. Hi, Will. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Will, that Jim. Apparently, Greg Olson's getting it too. This is gonna get weird, man. Are you driving?
I am driving. That's why my face is not. That's why my face isn't on. Oh, nobody wants to see my face anyway.
No, you do miss your face made for radio.
Yep.
We do miss your nice face, Will. Apparently, Bill's coming on. Greg Olson is coming on. Yeah. Apparently, we struck a nerve here. So, I'm going to ask you. Welcome to B9BS, Will Oman. Will is my co-host on Totally Baseless on some shows, and also, the big proponent of hip-hop. Will Oman, ladies and gentlemen, is here, and he's also Ron Swanson, likes bacon. But I'm going to ask you a question. Is the pitch clock blowing guys' arms out, bro? Seriously.
I do believe that it is not helping.
All right.
It is certainly fast forwarding what you need to do to recuperate between pitches. I think actually more than that, though. Excuse me. I think more than that, it is the lack of grip guys have on the ball, and with the intensity that people are trying to create spin on the ball, whether it be fastball spin or breaking ball spin, in order to get and achieve swings and misses. I think all the factors that are necessary to create a composite picture that is. We're chasing velocity, we're chasing all these things, and we're asking the human body to do.
Velo is the thing, right?
Something. Look, I chased velo. I teach how to throw harder, all of that stuff. But we're creating a perfect storm where you're pushing the human body to the maximum capability, and then acting surprised when people break down. That it's not surprising. This is the upper end of what the human body is capable of, and you're gonna have negative results. I mean, it's a silly line from a Gerard. You push the limits, and sometimes the limits push back. It's just it's going to happen.
So let me ask you this, Will. Yeah. So the grip thing, for people that don't quite understand how pitching works, without the grip, without the tacky stuff that pitchers used to have, Rollins baseballs are pretty slick, and the seams are really low, obviously. So what is that doing to your forearm with the grip? Like, what's it doing to the muscles that's leading to injuries for people?
You got to hold the ball tighter to create the same effect. I mean, it's not quite a cue ball, wrapped in baby powder, but it's not far off. I mean, you need some moisture, you need some tact to hold on to the ball. I mean, the freaking baseball is a weapon, and you can really, really hurt somebody with it. Ask Tony Conigliaro. So you just go, man, I don't want Spider Tag to cheat and create, 2,800 extra RPMs. We use sunscreen and rosin, or just rosin, or you can use sugar bubble
bullfrog,
gum.
Bullfrog, baby. Bullfrog.
Just whatever it is, but it's no different than a hitter wanting to use the Manny Mota stick or, pine tar. You're wanting to hold your implement just to
Right.
feel it in
Right.
your hand to have maximum effect and control on the ball so that you know where it's going and what it's going to do. It got
And if you're
taken
a
to
batter,
the
you want the
extreme.
pitcher to have that control too.
Absolutely. I mean, unless you want to catch one in the eyeball, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So what's your take on the routines, like in the way they've changed over the years? I don't see a lot of pitchers running poles anymore. I don't see a lot of long tossing happening
They don't roll
anymore.
poles. Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of weird drills and gadgets going on. Where are you at with that stuff?
I don't mind weird
Wait,
drills and
wait.
gadgets. Go ahead.
Will, can I cut in for 1 second really quickly?
Well, you already
You
did,
actually
so of
told
course you
me.
can.
I'm gonna do it anyway, motherfucker. So no. My question to you is, you actually said this on a different show that we did,
I'm sure.
talking about if long toss is not long toss anymore, right?
No, there's proprietary medical stuff that has come in and reshaped and reformulated what the idea is of long toss. I mean, let's all go. I guess my analogy on this would be, what do we all know the quality start to be?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
6. You didn't give up
What
3.
what is this? What is the stat? What is the stat for quality start?
6 innings
innings,
pitched, 3 earned runs or less.
Yeah, and you didn't give
Okay.
up 3. You didn't give up 3.
So if you go 8 innings and give up 4 runs, that's not a quality start.
Oh, Greg Olson's here.
Greg Olson is in the house. What's up, Greg?
How are you?
We're doing good,
Hi,
man. We're talking
Mr.
to Will Oman.
Greg, I've been trying to talk to you about this for ages. We've been. Oh God, who's TJ Victim?
Who's what?
Oh, Bill Pulsiver's here too.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I should probably back out. He's better than I was.
Yeah, I was going to
Get outta
say.
here.
I was going to say,
Get
which
outta
one of these
here.
guys are we pulling
This
up
is
the mound
actually
right now?
turning into a nice. No, this is turning into a nice weird thing. Greg, how are you? Pleasure
I'm
to
good.
you. That's
I'm
me.
good.
That's been emailing you for a while.
I know. You're good.
This is not exactly how I figured we'd do a show, but it's a bunch of pitchers. Ladies and gentlemen,
Dude,
Greg Olson, Bill Pulsiver's here.
Yeah. You got Bill Pulsifer on. You're good. I can just I can hang up.
Yeah, right.
No,
Gentlemen, we're
come on
talking
now.
about injuries. We're talking about Spencer Strider going down, and obviously
This is horrible.
all the other guys
Insert
that
lull in conversation.
Yeah, and it's obviously a very loaded conversation, but the
It
pitch
is.
clock, the tacky stuff on the balls, and obviously the chase for 100 miles per hour, and how that's hurt, and how you guys feel about it. And Chris has a spider tack there. Yes, Chris, we all saw it.
I do. Absolutely. I always keep it.
I don't think I think there's a little bit to the grip without spider tack or I mean I honestly I have spent my time on Twitter going, dude, all I did was Redmen. And everybody wanted to check my hat and everything else for pine tar because there was no spider tack. But I did the Red Man with a bazooka piece of bubble gum, wrapped it around it, put it in there in the first inning, and then in the ninth inning when the phone call came, put a cold piece of chew back in my mouth, and I had sticky tacky for the rest of the inning. And I was like, yeah, you guys want to check me? But this is, way before checking anything.
Yeah,
I had
they weren't
nothing.
checking you then, right?
No, not at all. But I was like going, all I'm going to do is, spit on their shoe and go, I got nothing. Here's my Red Man. As far as I know, that's not illegal.
is now.
But I think there might be something into the slippery baseballs. They're being poorly rubbed up. And there was times, when I played where a fourth of the baseball is not rubbed up. And you're looking at this thing
absolutely.
going,
I would have
well
loved to see
rubbed,
you go
well
Jimmy
rubbed,
Dugan on us.
and then nothing's rubbed up on one side, and you're going, all right, I got to stay away from that side. But honestly, when it's rubbed up, it's still slightly slippery. And Bill, you can go on, but I think there's something to tightening the grip and stressing forearms, which stresses elbows. For me, it's all max velocity. I blew my elbow out twice, and I was max effort on hooks.
Yeah, you had a pretty good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You're the best hook I've ever seen, by the way. But Bill, go ahead.
I think it's, as somebody that definitely used a lot of rosin, a lot of alcohol, shaving cream, suntan lotion. These were the
What
things
kind of what kind of alcohol?
just rubbing alcohol. And that, during
I
the
thought
game
it was like
was rubbing
bourbon,
alcohol.
vodka.
After the game was whatever I could get my hands on.
That boy.
But no, but in all seriousness, as somebody that definitely used something, I never actually used anything to where I felt like I was trying to gain an advantage on spin or gain an advantage on velocity or movement. I was a sweater. My arms sweat, my hands sweat. So it was a constant battle of trying to keep dry. And I do think when it comes to the ball, look, they're not even allowed to put rosin on their pants anymore. And my first thing that I ever did was I cover my left thigh in rosin. As soon as I put my uniform on, I knew it was my day to pitch, or if I was in the bullpen, that's the first thing that goes. So I could just dry my hand off on a regular basis. I think the balls, Greg nailed it on the head. The balls are not rubbed up like they used to be. If you watch the games now and they get a close up of the ball on the mound, like before the game, it's a pearl. When we played, the balls they had the mud that was rubbed on them, and they were a little darker, and obviously the darker, the better for us. And I do agree that the balls are a little bit slippery if they've been sitting in the umpires, the bucket of balls that they use. So that's what you see the guys would be rubbing them down. They're rubbing that little slickness off of the ball to get the grip. And I don't want to take up too much more time on that topic, but we can go into quite a few other things. But I do think that the gripping of the ball is definitely an issue. The lack of seams now.
Yeah, no,
That's the
absolutely.
thing too. The seams are
So
lower.
let's say, guys,
Absolutely.
let's say that the MLB is going to stick with the ball and they're going to stick with the rules with no more attack. What's the answer? What can pitchers do? Is it throwing a football, throwing a softball? What can they do to strengthen that grip?
Nothing.
And nothing, right?
You got to be able to.
You don't want that tenseness. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
You don't want
to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, but you don't want that tense grip on everything.
Yeah.
Well, because holding the ball tighter too is going to make you lose some control too, right?
Well,
I mean,
I have a question, and actually, I wanted to ask all you guys, if you're gripping the ball, just like you said, I mean, what is it, NPB or Korea? They use those tacky baseballs, and maybe that's something that they should institute here if they're not. I mean, but I've heard from a few pitchers, the harder you grip this thing, this is going to put more torque on your elbow. It's going to blow your fucking elbow out. And what do you do? Like what is the pitcher supposed to do now? I mean, it's like you watch the NFL game and you're like, wow, they can't play defense. It's like you're not letting a pitcher throw the damn ball, and these guys are dropping like flies. Like you said, Jim Strider down, Johnny Liza down, Shane Bieber down. These guys are fucking dropping. Greg, I'm gonna start with you. What do you do? I mean, you can't grip the ball that hard. In the seams lower, what the hell do you do? What do you do?
Well,
is there an end game here?
No, the seams are lower because they don't want to create the spin and the action on the breaking balls, the sinkers. And so you want instant offense. Well, if I can't spin it and I can't create spin, I can't create action, then, things are going to be flatter, more home runs, which is what everybody wants.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was not a major league hitter that I talked to that wouldn't have been fine with me having pine tar, just because he's like, when I'm pitching in Detroit in April, I can't get a grip on the ball no matter how well it's shrubbed up because it's cold,
freezing.
My fingers don't feel well, and not one hitter is going, dude, please take some pine tar. Because I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get killed by something that gets loose. I think, I think what they're doing in Korea is pretty good if you can figure out a way to get a little bit of tacky on the baseball. But like I said, I was a red band guy, and I was golden no matter what. It's just,
Greg, I just want you to know, I bought my first pack of Red Man last week. Chris, Jesus. I bought my first pack of Red Man last week. It's not called Red Man anymore.
What's it called?
No,
It's called America's Best. They had to get rid of the red man.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, that's offensive. My fault.
Yeah.
So
It
I
happened 2 years ago. I
apologize
didn't
to
even
anybody
notice.
out there that
Yeah.
might have got offended by my red man comment. But
You just
I would
just go
wrap
with
it with
Lancaster.
I would wrap it. Well, Lancaster's really good.
It
Beach
is.
nut. Yeah.
But I would
Beach nut,
wrap it with
baby.
bubble
Just
gum.
go back to
I was
beach nut.
golden.
That's all.
But I think there's a lot to that. But everybody I watch when I'm doing major league games, it's high effort fastballs, high effort breaking balls, and you're trying to throw the nastiest hook in the face of the earth, regardless of where it lands. And that I blew my elbow out twice, and it was because of just an absolute max effort on a breaking ball.
So if you blew out your arm then, what shot in hell do the pitchers today have without the tack and without the without the long toss, without the regimen that you probably had?
Well,
right?
you know what? If they're not doing long toss, that's on them. Their programs are on them. If they can't set a program, that's on them.
Well,
I can talk about the grip. I've seen some Twitter stuff today, and I'll turn this over to Bill because he's a lot more recent and like I said, better. I had some stuff on Twitter going to the pitch clock, and I was like, well, you know what? The pitch clock might get guys a little bit more winded because they got into a routine of slow, methodical. But if they're not over that by now, after 2 years of pitch clock, then that's on them as well. I just look at it going max effort, everything.
So you don't think the pitch clock effects is leading to injuries?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
okay.
My take.
All right, no, it's fair. That's fair.
I've been seeing the same stuff on Twitter, and I mentioned this to Chris before you guys hopped in. And some people were saying, hey, back in the day, they didn't need a pitch clock. Pitches got the ball, through the ball, 10, 15 seconds. They wanted to work quickly because they wanted to keep the batters off balance. So this is nothing new to pitchers. They've been doing this for many, many years, working as quickly as they are now. They just slipped for maybe the last 10, and that's why the pitch clock is here. But my argument is that those pitchers back then, even when they were working quickly back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, they worked quick, but if they needed to take a walk around the mound and shake it off, they could. Now they just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yes.
Yes,
you know what?
thing.
If I needed a break,
That's
I'd throw
what
over
I was
first
saying.
base, and I reset. I reset.
Yeah, but now you
I
can't.
mean, I'd play the
now
game.
You can't.
Well,
Fair enough.
but if I'm not in pickoff mode and this guy's a catcher at first base, I'm disengaging and going, here's my break. Because the dude's not going to run. I mean, now if there's Ricky Henderson over at first base, whole different animal. But there's ways to disengage. I'm sitting there kind of, I called the Auburn Tennessee game today. And the hitter was in the box at 15 seconds. I'm like, you're dead. I'm standing here for 15 seconds. I'm standing here for 15 seconds. What are you going to do as a hitter? You're going to either get out of the box. I'm going to kill you. I killed the guy at first base with his legs because you're not going to steal at 15 seconds. I mean, we talked about trying to get to 4 seconds and keeping runners at first base. And now I got 15. I was like, oh God, this would be great.
Yeah, that's pitcher's heaven right there.
I'd just be, if I, my ADD and being able to hold the ball for 15 seconds, but.
What about you, Bill?
Bill, yeah, I am curious.
No, I'd like a starter's take on all this.
Yeah, I'd like
starter's take. Yes, exactly.
Can I defer to Will for 1 second because I know Will's on the line, right?
Who we got?
I think.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. I want to hear what good pitchers think about this stuff, and then I'll come in and
well,
sum
then
up.
we better get one on the line then.
Well, who do we got online?
My co-host isn't here. He's a good pitcher.
That's Will Oman.
Hello, Will.
Lefty.
I appreciate you on Twitter, brother.
I appreciate you too, Greg. Appreciate the nastiest hook I've ever seen, other than
Thank
Dwight
you.
Gooden.
I'll say. All right, I'll go.
It was the nastiest hook ever, though. It really was, by the way. It really.
I'll go real quick about what I think about the pitch clock with the starting pitchers, because if you do look at it, other than Johnny Lasagna, the guys that have blown their arms out this week are all starting pitchers. Yeah. So I totally agree about the max effort at all times being an issue. Greg got to throw the 9th inning and had to get his 3 outs. So I don't think that his 3 outs is the same as over 85, 100. 85 is what they throw now, pitches. But in our day, 105, 120 pitches, something like that. I think that's where the pitch clock might come into play a little bit more, because if you are throwing every single pitch at max level, whether it be max break, max velocity, and then I'm under the gun where I'm only allowed to step off 1 time. And if not, now this guy's allowed to go ahead and steal the base, or 2 times, whatever it may be, and he can time me up. I think that's where it comes into effect with the starting pitchers more than the relief pitchers, because they're having to do it at 85 times, 100 times, 105 times, whatever it may be, to where I've talked about this before on our other podcast, Chris.
No, you have. You absolutely.
The pitching meter is kind of like a fighting game where you have your pitching meter, and then the fight starts, you're at 100%. And every time you swing a few times, you take a few punches, your meter goes down. And you need to take a little bit of time for that meter to go back up before you engage again. So if your fight is a 100 pitch fight, that meter is never gaining all the way up towards the max of the meter before you have to engage and throw that next pitch. So it's just a matter of time before you're throwing pitches with your meter depleted into the 25% level, whatever it may be, and you're still trying to throw the nastiest breaking ball on the planet, the fastest fastball with the best spin rate, and all those kinds of things. So that's where I think that you don't have that ability to say, you know what, I'm going to throw over 3 times right here, or I'm going to call the catcher out, come out and talk to me, or the shortstop runs in to go talk to you. Those are the things that are kind of taken away, that I do feel like it will play into the arm injuries a little bit, because you're not having that time for that meter to kind of go up to whatever your max level is at that point in time, 50 pitches in, 70 pitches in, whatever it may be. You want to try to deliver that pitch when your meter is at as full as it possibly can be. I think more pitches are being thrown at a depleted level on that power meter due to the fact that they're under the gun of because we don't want to, dude, I throw enough balls. I don't want to be giving them balls, just because I didn't throw the ball. Did we lose Will because I talked too much?
We lose Will because he's on cell phone driving in the car.
He'll be back. He's driving through fucking.
I know he's
Bill.
Well, here's my question.
Now, give me a second, Bill. That's a great take. I hadn't thought about it. I mean, I haven't started a game since probably my freshman year of college. And
really, that long?
You don't. Yeah. You don't think about the aspect of, kind of just taking a breath. I'm out there in a fast spurt,
right,
and going,
sprint.
And I mean, I look at some videos and I'm winded just because I'm going all out, and I had 40 seconds in between pitches, just going, gather, regroup, take a breath. All right, what's the next right pitch? Got it. Step on the mound, make sure my fingers are absolutely perfect for being sticky and tacky, and sweat wipe, red man, sweat wipe, red man. And I mean, I had the Yankees trying to figure out my sweat wipes to see what pitch I was throwing, and I was just like, nah, there was no method. I'm just going sticky, not sticky, perfect, we go. And I honestly I hadn't thought about it. I sit there and watch all the college games, and I really do. I think a lot of the game could be played where the hitter's got to be in the box at 10 seconds, alert and ready. Yeah. Right? I got 9 seconds of you in the box. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to go at 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. If I could do it.
Right. That's where I was going to say, where that plays into the fact of we're anxious. Yeah, we're anxious as baseball players as it is. So telling ourselves like we're a quarterback and we're sitting there waiting and watching the play clock wind down. Once we're ready to go, we're ready to go. Yeah. It's hard to tell ourselves to slow down, take your time. So and I do it with my clients. I tell them, I'm like, listen, and the ones that rush, I tell them, let's throw a pitch. And then you and I are going to count to 20 before you throw the next pitch. Or let's say we're going to count to 15 before you engage the rubber. And at 20, we're going to go ahead and throw the ball. And at about 11 seconds, they start getting antsy and getting ready to start trying to throw the ball again. Yeah. So that is an art form to be able to tell yourself, I do have that amount of time, and I'm going to use that time. But I just feel like the pressure of, holy shit, It's 3, it's 2, it's 1, and now the timing of okay, you're throwing now. You have to throw now.
Well,
Bill.
look,
Bill, that's the
can't-
question I want to ask you guys. Hey, Greg, I'm sorry. Greg, I'm sorry. Wait.
You go. All right.
No, I have a question for both of you guys.
Yeah,
Think
no,
about
I was
this.
just saying I
Okay,
can't play golf. As soon as I get over a golf ball, I got to go.
Oh,
You know,
there you go. Exactly.
And I can't imagine
look,
trying to do what I'm saying, but
I suck at golf too. But no, here's a question: is all right. Pitching is disrupting timing. I mean, those are both major league pitchers. Pitching is disrupting timing. How can you put a clock on that? Like, am I gone?
Have the guy who's the manager.
How can you put a clock on what you guys are thinking to do to disrupt this guy at the plate? You're fucking with his timing. That's what pitching is. I was a catcher. I used to love just fucking throwing fake shots. How do you do? Oh, Will's here. How do you? Hey, how would a pitch clock throw off what you're doing? Because I'm very curious about that.
I mean, and I'm curious for Bill's working with guys. I'm not working with anybody, but I would sit there if I was doing it. I would have my guys sitting there for 10 seconds before they threw a pitch.
That's basically what I do. I tell them to not engage the rubber.
No, I would have them. I would be doing Scherzer, and having them sitting on the rubber in set position, going. I can go at any time, and I have 12 seconds of you in this box.
Yeah, make the pitcher basically just shit his pants for 12 seconds, wondering when the fuck it's going to come.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly, and let his legs get tired while he's standing.
But if there's a clock ticking, would that screw with you?
No, I'd be sitting there. I'd be watching
the clock ticking down. I was like, I can't do what I'm trying to do. I mean, we're seeing what Nestor Cortez, what's happening with him with the Yankees. He just can't do his hesitation shit. He can't do his thing because there's a clock ticking. So I mean, how would that affect you if you're out there and you're like, ah, shit, I really want to throw this guy off. Greg, if you were going to throw your hook and you wanted to wait, but if there's a clock,
like I said,
you don't think that's
dude, it's impossible for me on the golf course when I got a slow player. It's impossible for me to do my routine. So yes, it's difficult. I think it can be learned of practicing.
Yeah.
I'm on the mound at 12 seconds and locked and loaded and in a hold.
All right.
I can hold. It's just a matter of resetting the timing of what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I would try to do it because I know it kills base runners, it kills hitters. You know, when I played, man, if I held the ball for 4 seconds, that hitter was the hitter was out of the box. And so I'm going, can you imagine 12 seconds? The guy is dead.
Yep.
All the mind games.
And that's coming from a reliever who didn't have to do that 85 to, now 85, but back in the day, 120 times.
Yeah. And so, Bill, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious to know that, Bill. I mean, just like would that mess with you at all, just knowing there's a clock ticking when you could have, you know what? You could have stepped off. You could have just stepped off, reset, get everything's good.
I think a lot of
with this hitter.
I think a lot of the shot clock rules are messing with everybody a little bit. I mean, obviously they're getting used to it a little bit more. I see the batters are not leaving the batter's box as much as they used to. And I think when it really boils down to it, the shot clock was not instituted because of pitchers. The shot clock was instituted because of hitters not getting in the box and hitters having to do their 13,000 different routines before they get in. But I will say this as somebody that's stood in the box.
No more. It's a no more rule.
For sure. I will say this: as somebody that stood in the box against Kevin Brown when Kevin Brown was at his nastiest, and obviously I'm a left-handed hitter and he's a right-handed pitcher. But let's just say, and I didn't stand in the box against Randy Johnson. But if I was standing in the box against Randy Johnson, I would want to prepare myself for every single pitch that comes my way, because with the velocity and the breaking stuff that is on display nowadays at the major league level, telling the hitter to be prepared for his livelihood is a thing. So it got to the point to where the hitters are facing such nasty pitches on a regular basis that they were taking too much time to get in the box to get prepared to, 1, don't get hit in the face, 2, decide if it was a ball or a strike. 3, decide whether I was going to swing or take it. And so
don't look bad.
And don't look bad doing it. So I don't think the shot clock had to do with the pitchers. I think it had to do with the hitters. What would I do? I would try to get on early. I would try to get on late. I would try to throw early. I would try to throw late. Now, obviously, it's whittled down a little bit now, the amount of time that you can do it. But I think you could still try to fuck up timing a little bit. And we saw Max trying to do it last year, spring training and that. And obviously, he's dealing with some injury issues, so we're not getting to see it as much. But I think that would be it. I'm going to get on the rubber at 18 on this one. Or I'm going to get on the rubber at 9 on this one, or I'm going to get on the rubber at 18 and I'm going to deliver at 4.
Well, the problem with that now, though, Bill. So if I'm wrong, but doesn't the pitcher have to now also wait for the batter to be ready before they throw?
Yeah,
whereas before, if they were in the box, you could throw and fuck the batter. Now, I think you have to give them 8 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So you get a ball
too, which I hate. Yeah.
No, so they got to be alert and ready. Hey, Bill, I'm going to take over your podcast for a split second. Bill, how'd you do on Randy and Kevin Brown? 2 of the nastiest human beings that have ever walked the face of.
I did not face Randy in the box, but I did face Kevin Brown in the box, and he threw me a split-fingered fastball that looked like it was about neck high and ended up about knee high, and it was one of the fastest pitch I had ever seen. And I went inside to the video room after I struck out looking at it, and I asked the video guy, what was the velocity on that last pitch? And this was a 1999 velocity. So take that for whatever you
Jug's
believe
gun.
about it.
At least one gun ago, but yeah.
Right. It was 92 miles an hour and it dropped about 2.5 feet. All right. So it was 92 mile an hour split finger on a 1999 gun that looked about neck high and finished knee high at the plate. It wouldn't have mattered if I had a surfboard. I wasn't going to hit it.
He threw. I played with him in LA. He threw a couple of hooks, and it was like his 5th pitch. He was an invent pitch guy, where different.
Kevin Brown.
He would do a Louis Tiant on occasion. He would do and it would be like he could throw the nastiest sinker you've ever seen. He could throw a 4-seamer 96. There was one night I was watching him. I was playing with him in LA, and it was like he threw like 5 or 6 curveballs, and I was like, dude, that's filthy. I was like, that's one of the filthiest hooks that I've ever seen in my life. He could invent. Really? He could oh no, he was. If he wanted to, he could throw 7 pitches, and every one of them would be as filthy as you would have seen. His hook was as good as mine. He just never threw it.
Who's Roy Finkel?
He threw a bowling ball sinker, and it was like on a given day he was as good as there was on any pitch he wanted to throw.
Ray Finkel showed up.
That's amazing. Yeah. I don't know. Is that Will possibly?
Hey, I'm back.
Hi, Will.
Let's hear it.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's been nice talking to you. It's been great. Yeah, Greg had a good curveball. Yeah, Bill's a lunatic, and I've got terrible cell service.
But clearly. I got Budweiser.
Evidently Harry Carey's here. Yeah. Evidently Harry Carey's here. That's great.
That's a pretty solid Harry Carey.
It's not bad.
That's a good Harry Carey.
It really
is. Hey, you guys, you know what's ridiculous? You guys know what's ridiculous?
What's that?
What's ridiculous?
The fact that it took me 7 times just to log in, and I got kicked off 8 times. But I only tried twice. I did the math. It doesn't add up.
What do you use, like Metro PCS or something there for cell service?
Dude, that's good.
Yeah, I went with Boost Mobile. Yeah, that was a mistake.
God.
Will Oman, that's about as good as I've gotten right there.
Thanks, Greg.
I spent my whole teenage life trying to figure out if Harry Carey was drunk every broadcast.
I'm pretty sure I was.
I think he was.
Did I tell Chris? Have I ever told you that the first time I ever saw Harry Carey in person was at Shea Stadium?
You did tell me, but tell them. No, I know this. Tell them because it's a great story.
Oh God.
It's a great story.
It looked like he was a statue of Harry Carey that they wheeled out on a dolly and leaned him up against the batting cage. And then batting practice took place. And then when batting practice was over, it looked like they came out and took the dolly and put him on the dolly and wheeled him right back off again. If it was a
Hannibal Lecter,
yeah, kind of like Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal
If you would have told me it was a cigar shop.
Indian.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
somebody
yeah,
else.
I'm sorry. I said it.
If you would have told me that was a
Greg said it, I said it.
cigar
Yeah,
shop Harry Carey, I would have believed you.
Funny.
I never had the pleasure.
He was awesome. Hi,
Greg, you never met him?
No, I was in the real league for the first half of my career.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, did
The
you even have
men's
it at all?
Sorry,
All of a sudden,
I couldn't resist.
Will just crashed his car because he's a fucking national.
No,
guy, so
Bill's about ready to
You're
fall
right,
off
Will.
his chair. Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
couldn't
just
resist.
I'm fine and dandy. I played in the men's league too. He's correct. It was difficult.
Well, you know what? If you add in the fact that my DHs that I'm running up against, and you guys have Maddox, Glavin, pitchers. I got Dave Parker, Paul Molitor, Carney Lansford. You're kind of running through a whole different animal of 3-hole guys or 9-hole guys. It was entertaining.
Total lack of strategy, but yes, better hitters. Yes.
Yeah, there was no strategy. Reliever, and I'm going, can we get somebody out of this? Harold Baines, I'm going, Uncle, can we get rid of the DH? Can I go to the National League and run into a pitcher on occasion?
Jesus, Greg, when did you start playing? Because I'm doing the math here. Connie Lansford, that was like mid '80s.
I got Galarraga. I got.
Oof, the cat.
Oh, what do you want to run through them?
Who was the toughest? Greg, I want to ask you this: who was the toughest if you ever had to come out? And I got these 3 motherfuckers.
No, I'm talking. We're talking Jim Rice. We're talking Jim Rice. I got Andre Dawson.
God.
These were all DHs, and I'm like,
Jack
this
Clark.
is fun. Can you guys retire? Can we take out the DH so I can face me?
That's great.
No, you know what? Toughest guys for me. I mean, obviously Barry Bonds. Ran through him, 98, 99, 2000, when he was prime. Wade Boggs was, if you threw anything kind of halfway outer half, he just carved it to left center. Didn't try to do anything. It was just a carving. And you got Gwynn, same thing. Who killed me was Brian Harper. I got Brian Harper to. I got Brian Harper.
No kidding.
I got Brian Harper to an 0-2 count every at bat of my life, and the dude hit my nastiest hook 1 inch off the ground for a double down the left field line about every time. And I'm like, all right, we're changing the game. Finally, the 8th or 9th at bat, I went 0-2 fastball right down Broadway.
Yeah. He's gonna throw him up.
And he took it and walked off, and I was like, I'm stupid. I'm just flat stupid.
Brian Harper, he of 33 career home runs.
He didn't get me for a home run. It was just a whole bunch of doubles down the left field line. Let's just
all right. You know what?
clear.
Let's go around. Let's be clear here. He just roped a double the opposite way.
Just a double down the. No, he was a right-handed hitter.
Assuming he went down and got it, and then it just went. Oh, he pulled it.
Oh, no, he got out there and hooked my hook on
maybe
1 inch above the ground.
It went that way.
Oh,
shit!
wrong.
I didn't think that.
And I was like, "Where's my third baseman?
Bill.
Why is he not guarding the line?"
Who's
All
your
right,
third baseman?
give me Bill. What do you got?
That's what I want. I want Bill.
Toughest
Your
out, Bill.
hardest out, Bill.
Toughest out
Bill,
for me.
your hardest out. Your toughest out.
Two guys that come right to the top of my mind is obviously one is a Hall of Famer and Chipper Jones. He was a very, very tough out for me. Seemed like he hit everything I threw up there. And then the second one is a little lesser known player in the Hall of Fame, but still a tremendous right-handed hitter. Not a Hall of Famer, but a tremendous player, longtime player. One of the last I think he was the last grandfather, no ear flap batter, and that was Gary Gaetti, who also loved hitting.
Gaetti got me on an 0-2 fastball down Broadway. And
He
I
got
was
you
like,
too?
yeah,
He
no.
got you too?
Well,
shit.
Gary Gaetti loved hitting doubles off of Bill Pulsifer. He really enjoyed that.
Did you just drop? Did you just go third person on me?
I did. I had to show out. You said I was better than you, so I'm letting you know.
No, I told you that.
No, well, it's not true. But I would just have to act like.
So you talked yourself like Ricky Henderson in the third.
I went Ricky Henderson on you real quick.
You got.
Well, I mean, have we all got the greatest Ricky line ever?
Well, there's a few of them.
No, Ricky.
Which one?
No,
Did
Ricky.
you play with Ricky, Greg?
I did not. Come on, man.
I don't know.
He played on 12 teams
for 35 years.
I missed him like all 10 teams I played on, but Ricky going when somebody goes, "Hey Ricky, what do you think about 50% of major league guys using steroids?" And he goes, "Well, Ricky doesn't use steroids, so it's 49%."
I have never heard that one.
Oh yeah, no, that's my favorite. I mean, some of the stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Some stuff is legendary, but yeah, that's my favorite Ricky. Will, what do you? Will, what do you got?
Play with him? Oh, Will's here. Who was your toughest out, Roy Finkel?
Who killed you?
The guy I detested facing was Adrian Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just because what I threw just didn't match up with him. He blocked the plate with the entire bat. He just kept it in the zone for way too long. And since you guys can actually hear me and I'm off the dial up now,
are you sitting in a parking lot?
No, I'm sitting in my driveway. I just drove an hour home from lessons, and I got pizza sitting in the back that everybody wants. But I got 3 minutes, and I want to use this opportunity to sound
most, baby. Make the most.
Semi cogent, and I want to go back to our original bitch section about the baseballs and max velocity and the grip and all that.
There we go.
Okay, I shall now take the floor, and here's what I think. I think it's a perfect storm scenario, and I think that regardless, if you laser focus in too close and you use the zoom lens, I love Bill's analogy of the fight meter on Mortal Kombat. But the issue for me is it's all of it together, and the endurance portion of it has been lost because of medical constraints. That guys are not training themselves to adapt to the scenario. The pitch clock is not helping. The rubbed up balls are not helping, or the lack of rubbed up balls, it's not helping. Spin rate and lack of something tacky. They haven't outlawed bubble gum yet, so Bubblicious could solve the problem. I haven't seen a pitcher in at least 5 years get a ball from an umpire, spit in his hand, rub it up, and then wipe his hands off, which would be totally legal because you can still do that. I haven't seen it because all you really need is a little bit of moisture. It just boggles my mind that the guys are not training for endurance along with explosiveness. And everybody's being treated like a sprinter. Sprinters blow out their hamstrings all the time. But you never see the guy who runs the marathon blow out his hamstring because he's trained for endurance. And by far the best Olympic sprinter athletes are those guys who are like Michael Johnson in the 90s doing the 800 meters. Those guys that can go long distances at optimal speeds. And our big horses, I used this analogy before, you want Garrett Cole to be your dude going 7-8 innings. I was like, that's a wild Mustang. You can't put a wild Mustang in a pen that's 20 by 20 and expect him to act like a wild Mustang. You need to let that dude roam. So 120 feet is not sufficient. You got to go 180 or 240 longer. You got to train to actually be able to perform at a high level. And it's not going to work if you're just constantly throwing 20 pitch bullpens or 30 pitch outings and expecting guys to just rip it at 102. It's a composite thing. And the way this is being done, make no mistake about it, is to limit variables. It's to push away and change the game into something that is not recognizable to the old fashioned game.
100%.
It's
Well,
it's
why
just
do that?
limiting
Because you're
variables.
you're
what?
catering to people that don't even like baseball.
Because old
No,
white men are dying.
That's the thing.
What?
That's the thing.
We are.
Damn?
We're not
Damn.
dying. I'm gonna be 50. I'm old, but I'm not that old. I mean, I got
So
40.
I
No.
I
need
got
to
20
sell
more
to the
years of baseball.
13-year-old.
Okay, I'm old. Damn it, I'm
I
done.
need to
You know?
sell to the 13-year-old. I need to sell to the.
no.
And listen,
But that's the thing. I mean, it's
God
like, it's
bless
like,
America.
oh,
I love America.
everybody's yelling at me on Twitter about this pitch clock thing because everybody's like, "Oh man, it's the best that ever happened to baseball." No, it's not. You
'Cause
don't
they
It
like
is,
really
baseball.
it is for me announcing.
You don't like
games,
baseball.
It absolutely is.
Well, okay,
So-
yeah,
so
you're trying to get
and
the
I
hell out
just-
of there when you're working
No,
a
dude,
game. Yeah,
I'm done in 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I'm like,
And
I
you're
can
out.
talk.
Yeah,
I can.
well,
Wait.
okay.
No, I can talk less. This is great.
I mean, I totally agree with Greg
All right,
that,
that's fair.
There's some great stuff about the pitch clock. I was not a complaint factory when I was coaching pro ball and they first instituted it, because anytime there's a rule change, the first thing we all do is find a way to game it. So yeah, I'd be sitting there just like Max Scherzer, waiting on the hitter, getting him lock-kneed,
Yeah.
and going, dude, you're screwed. I had no problem being boring out there and waiting long when there was no pitch clock, just getting a base stealer and holding a set position and just letting him get onto his heels. You know, you have to find an advantage no matter what the rule is. It's problematic to me. Like, yeah, you want to sell more tickets, subscriptions, MLB TV, whatever it may be. None of it is being done to enhance. It's all being done to promote something in a reactionary sense. You know,
Well, I think it's promoting starting pitchers blowing their elbows out. The
Well,
perfect storm that you're talking about. I think
I'm
it's
just
part
tired
of
of
the
seeing
equation.
everybody blow their elbows out. That was the whole
I
point
think
of
it's
this
part of
whole
the
show.
equation.
Is I'm getting a little tired of seeing these guys, and I'm sorry, but Major League Baseball is not looking out for these guys' careers. I mean, like, you know,
That's not
Strider
their
went
job.
down, Loizaga went down.
It's not their job.
And I know,
Thanks, Will.
I know it's not their job, but it's not right. It's not.
nowhere in the
listen,
uniform.
they're
nowhere in the
really-
uniform. Bell, let me try, man. I'm off dial-up.
Carry on.
What kind of pizza you got?
Carry on.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's true.
well,
I'm
I
hungry
have
too.
one.
I
I have one pepperoni and mushroom, and I have one supreme.
Okay, I got a
Oh,
pizza
okay.
sitting in. I got a pizza sitting in my room waiting on me. But
All right. I'm ordering one too.
no,
We've been doing this for now, but go ahead,
look,
Greg. Go ahead.
I will give you this, and then let's go to Bill for a quick second. No, I
Never quit.
I scouted for the Padres. I sat in meetings, and they had a dude that was coming up that was electric, and they knew he was going to blow out. They knew it. I knew it. Everybody knew it. His mechanics were awful, but the
What did they
crap was
say?
electric, and they were like going, "We need to get him up as soon as we can because he's going to blow out."
Ha, that's interesting.
They don't care, and then yeah, you're promoting the game because the attention span of people watching the game want this thing done under 3 hours, so that I can watch it in my TV minimum, and that's what we got. That's the world we live in. We're playing to the people that have attention span deficit. They're not walking to the game.
Of a gnat.
Well, they're not going to the game going, I want a 4-hour affair. I want to be here as long as I can to watch a baseball game.
I am.
They're not. They're playing to the TV audience that wants this over with in under
right.
3 hours so that I can have a resolution. That's it.
Will
Sorry,
Will's
go
trying.
ahead,
I've
Will,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Chris,
And I've always
look.
been kind of the camp where I don't know. The more time I can spend at the yard, the better. I don't want it.
Well,
to just be
that's the old
over,
school.
you
Yes.
know? Yeah. I don't know. It's just me. Go ahead, Will.
Will or Bill?
I don't know.
Will.
Whatever.
Two of my favorite follows on Twitter.
Well, here
Who?
they are. And now we're all in one place.
I got to find Bill, but I got Will. Will
Who
like
said
my
favorite
Will
follows?
like
I'm
my
a favorite follow.
no Will like my
Will-
Last of the Mohicans Metal Hawk. And I was going,
Oh,
yeah, this
yes.
is my new walk up song. I'm killing everybody with this.
Will's dial-up dead again.
Yeah, no,
Will, thank
Will's
you.
audio
Good night.
went down.
Go eat your pizza.
How you doing? Oh, he left.
He's gone.
Yeah, he couldn't hear us.
Bill, all right. You know what? Hold on. Let me go around real quick. I gotta eat something too. Now I gotta eat pizza too. I just ordered
We gotta
one on
eat.
my phone.
You got to eat to live.
We all
I
gotta
have
eat.
pizza.
I want to say. I want to ask you guys one question. How is the state of pitching Major League Baseball? Are these guys gonna make it? Like, what the hell we got here? Bill, I'll start with you.
How is the state of Major League pitching?
Yeah, I mean, are these guys? These guys are blowing. I mean, this is not max velo, max spin, everything.
Well,
Boom.
I look.
What the hell we got?
I'll say this. Obviously, losing frontline arms for fans like us.
You brought this
former-
up. You brought this up a couple weeks ago.
It's
And
all
this
your
is
fault,
before
Bill.
all these guys went down. Go ahead. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
your
mean,
fault.
when the writing is on the wall, and as somebody, Greg, like you referred to, a young hot prospect that had poor mechanics, that the organization didn't care that they rushed up there. Somebody that was up there at 21 years old who had poor mechanics, who had electric stuff, and blew his elbow out by the end of his rookie year. I can attest to that 100%. I do not think baseball cares. I think we talked about this earlier through our text thread, Chris. I think that
we did.
with-
You and I
with
talked about
runs-
this. Yeah.
with runs being what they want to sell, if the frontline guys go down, that means that there's more Barrett Doles pitching instead of Garrett Cole's pitching, and that will equal more runs because the pitching level will be at a lower level. That means more runs, which is what people want. Unfortunately for guys like us, we enjoy watching a horse go out there and throw 7, 8, 9 innings and punch out 13 or 14 guys and throw 120 pitches. What's the state? The state is the stuff is better than it's ever been. It just does not seem like it's sustainable for long periods of time at the way that things are being multiple things: grip, seams, pitch clock, chasing velocity, chasing spin rate. So the stuff is good, if not better than it's ever been. I don't think it's sustainable.
I agree with you 100%. I'm going to go to Will, and I'm going to ask, at what cost? If the stuff is better than ever, at what cost? Is it worth the dirtiest shit that you've ever seen, and then just all of a sudden your career's over? Go ahead.
Yep.
Well, so to kind of dovetail between Greg and Bill before my dial-up kills me again, here's where I see it. I'm going to pull back the curtain on the Wizard of Oz and disagree a little bit with Greg, who I thoroughly enjoy following on Twitter as well. The issue is Major League Baseball is not intended to be a steward of the game. They're there to make money. And all of these changes are not being done to ruin the game or anything like that. They're being done to maximize revenue. And the pitch clock is just another symptom of attempting to turn the game into a mathematized algorithm where you know exactly how long something is going to take to sell ads, because the revenue generator is not butts and seats. It's not fans. It's people who buy a subscription. It's selling the ad on the jersey, on the backstop, on the field, wherever it is. It's maximizing gambling. That's the whole reason for the automated strike zone. It has nothing to do with getting the call right. It's not about the umpires union. It's not about the players union. This whole thing, Pandora's box was opened, and that's the state of the game.
So, Will,
as far as the athletes go, they're better than ever.
100%.
It's not even a question.
I agree with all that, Will, but let me just ask you this real quick. So if all of this is done to, for that, isn't it their job to be the steward of the game, as in keeping your best players in the field so that the fans can actually watch them? Because you're going to lose revenue and you're going to lose fans if they can't go watch Spencer Strider and Garrett Cole pitch.
But see, I don't think that that's the case. I think that would be the preference. But I think what people actually want to do in the generalized herd mentality is they want the Braves to win, and if they get to see Spencer Strider, that's a bonus.
Agreed.
Okay,
fair.
Well said.
Hey, look, we're baseball fans. Like baseball, we love the history of the game, love the the greatness of the great players. I don't think that they're that interested in it, and your average fan isn't that interested or even knows about it. I mean, when we go to the ball yard or when we're on group text and we get a text, Strider versus DeGrom tonight or Verlander
Get all
versus,
excited. We sit there, we're like, look at this.
We look forward to that. I don't
we're
think
like
your
little
average fan knows
kids.
that.
We're like little kids. I know.
Yeah.
You're still a kid, when it comes down to it. Greg, I want to go to you before we get out of here and we all eat our pizza. Greg, give me a last final thought about the state of pitching today. And, is this shit sustainable with these guys blowing the damn arms out? Greg, I'll leave it to you, and then we're all out.
I don't think it is. I really don't. I think, everybody's chasing velo, and I'm watching, my son who's now a sophomore, and it's like, yeah, he's 90, 92, pitchability, plays up, everything else, and it's like, yeah, the 92 ain't gonna get any ticks, and they're chasing velo. Well, no, but it's just you're watching guys, and every time I do a game, it's like max effort velo on breaking balls. I'm going, elbows will not hold up, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort, but nobody's sitting there going, dude, you're gonna blow out in an hour if you don't figure out how to tone it down a shade. Maybe make the breaking ball a little bit bigger. Let's get some ground balls instead of swings and misses. Do
you think that self-corrects in the next few years?
I don't. I think there's too many arms in the minor league systems. I think there's too many arms everywhere, and I don't think they're sitting there looking at it going, well, how do we save these guys? I think they're going, that's your job to figure out how to save yourself, and we'll just reload here in 5 minutes. If it's not the NFL by any means.
You're right.
Of going, well, you know what? We can't lose Josh Allen. We can't lose Mahomes. We can't lose any of these quarterbacks. So we're going to put in the rules
for Brady and Manning.
You're right.
Right. And so they're not doing
that.
They're not doing that with the pitchers at all. And it's just going, you go ahead and blow out. We'll call some dude up from AAA that's got really good stuff too.
Really good stuff too.
And you know what? And shockingly, I hate to say it. The game will play tomorrow without you. We all figured that out. They don't care.
That's
Can I say one thing that I wanted to say earlier, and then I'll leave it at this?
Absolutely, Bill.
I found this very interesting. As somebody that blew their arm out at 21 years old, Dr. Andrews, who was my doctor, who was, other than Dr. Joe, for the last 30 years, was the guy when it comes to reconstructive elbow surgery. He did analysis and investigation over the years, and what he came to the theory, the belief is that the tensile strength of the ligament does not mature completely until the age of 26. And he's a firm believer that the velocity has to be a gradual progression up to your max velocity, whatever it may be. So the fact that I'd like to look at all of these guys and how many of them in the last week here are under 26 years old, and the velocities equivalents to what they're sitting at, which is they're at the peak. These guys are all at the peak of it. They're, other than Bieber, he's a little lower. But I found that very, very interesting that as a doctor who was the guy for 30 years doing it, he's found that your ligament doesn't mature till 26. And we're rushing get to your max velocity, whatever it may be, because these guys are blessed with great arms. We're rushing it prior to that time. So I
blew out at 25. Well, Bill, I blew out at 25.
Right. Crazy.
All right, guys. Hey, listen.
Well,
Greg Olson,
gentlemen,
Bill Pulsifer, Will Ullman, thank you so much. No notice at all. Is a treat for me to talk with you guys.
Absolutely, Jim. It was nice to do a show with you too.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't want to do it here again.
Well, same thing. Guys, I enjoyed
it. Guys, thank you. Greg, I'm going to email you. I still got to get you on the Totally Baseless show. But,
Greg, pleasure to meet
everybody
you,
else has been on there.
You too, Bill.
I want to say thank you.
Absolutely.
I got a chance to watch the Orioles play quite a bit when I was a youngster, and enjoyed watching you pitching, man. Really enjoyed it. Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Awesome. That was fun, guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, guys.
This has been B9BS. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Will.
Good night, guys. My pizza better shut the fuck up. That was fun.
That was fun, huh? I mean, you can't
weird.
shut the fuck up and just let them talk, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, you can't either, motherfucker.
Yammering over the pros.
Me, I don't. You gotta. That's the thing with these guys. You gotta eventually shut them up.
Yeah. They would all talk forever. That's great.
That's what I mean. You have to cut in there. You'll see. It's like the more
you don't get a
talk
word
to
in,
these
yeah.
weirdos. Yeah, no, or else you can't get a word in. You have to just steer the ship.
But all very good
It's
stuff
just-
and great guys, and I appreciate them
Oh,
jumping
great
in.
guys! Thank you for getting
Greg, yeah.
getting